is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, there he is. You ready to bring us the edge, Marcel? You ready?
Always, man. Always. That
There
intro never gets old, baby.
No. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? It's a nice intro too. It's a really good intro and a really good drink too. It's also incredibly smooth, little edge. You'll be getting more of Marcel very soon, and all of our insiders. I'm really excited about a project I've been working on. I'm actually racing out of the house to actually go do some stuff again for this. It's always a lot of work, man, to put all this crap together, man. I got to tell you, it's not easy to do all this stuff that we're doing every day, all week. Not easy, folks, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to put together the greatest Dolphin show on a monthly basis that's ever been put together here in South Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun, and Marcel will be a part of it. Marcel, talk to us. Your thoughts on the hire of Mike McDaniel for the Miami Dolphins.
I mean, when you hear the phrase long time coming, this was a long time coming. People I've spoken with for the past, several weeks throughout the league have seen him as the front runner for this job. I know that Brian Dable had a lot of support within the building, and I'm not going to say that isn't true, but I think particularly, there was split within the Dolphins organization between McDaniel, between Dable, and then between maybe one or two other candidates. And definitely when Dable was hired, it became, I don't want to say unanimous, but the interest in McDaniel became a lot more secure, a lot more complete. It is a kind of a relief that this entire saga is over. No more guesswork, no more, being on edge, like the plug there. No more being on edge, no more just waiting to see, like, if today is the day. But I think it's a good hire. I think that, based on, again, the people that I've spoken with around the league, this guy has been with Kyle Shanahan every step of the way, everywhere that Shanahan has gone, whether it's Washington, Houston, Cleveland, Atlanta, San Francisco. And the understanding that I'm under is that McDaniel is a lot more responsible for the successes of those offenses than he publicly gets credit for. I think he was, I said the last time I was here, that the idea that he doesn't call plays is a bit exaggerated. He is the play designer. He is heavily involved in that collaborative process of actually calling plays. There have been stretches of games where he is the play caller, particularly late in the season for the 49ers. I think he brings a lot of innovation to the table. I think he brings a certain type of energy to the table. He's part of that, what I think is the most innovative coaching tree in the NFL right now, with Shanahan, McVay, and LaFleur as well. And I think I don't know if it's going to be immediate because there's still a lot of work to do on this roster. But I think that the Dolphins made the right move here. I think that this was a home run hire.
I like the hire too. I like the mix, and I like his openness also, that he's willing to bring in, if the Fangio story is true, bring in a veteran coach to kind of help him, that he's not coming in thinking that he's knowing it all and that kind of thing, where he's got to micromanage everything. I like that he's kind of open in that sense. That gives him an opportunity to grow. And listen, any of us that start in any walk of life, in any kind of career, don't you gravitate to the people that are successful and been at it and try to steal stuff from them so you can be better at your craft, right? I mean, that's kind of part of it.
Respectfully borrow. I think we're gonna have to redress it. But basically you learn from the people who have been there before. And from my understanding, and this is something that I was told maybe a week or two ago, that Fangio, don't be surprised if Vic Fangio is in play for defensive coordinator. Don't be surprised if a guy like Wes Welker comes along, maybe coaches the wide receivers or takes an additional role in the offense. I don't know if I would say offensive coordinator yet, but I think that it's a high likelihood that he follows McDaniel down to South Florida. I think he's obviously a smart person. He's described by his players as genius caliber, and But something, like you said, something that smart people do, it's not just X's and O's and it's not just book smarts. Something that smart people do is learn what they don't know and be aware of what they don't know and
Amen.
delegate. Find people to do it. If you are not a defensive guy, go find a defensive guy. It's really that simple.
Right. If you're not an offensive guy, go find an offensive guy. You know what I'm saying? And there were issues here with those kind of things. I like the fact that this is a guy that really respects the run game, Marcel. And in any offense, almost any quarterback that's been successful, and those that have won championships, usually they did that because they had more of a complete team. They had a defense and they had a line that could actually run block so they can do their thing with their arm. And I like that about this guy, that he has a healthy respect for the run game. Look, a guy that was here for 7 years in Ryan Tannehill, I'm not much of a, I don't have a lot of respect for him as a QB. But you watch the way Derrick Henry in that running game went and the way Arthur Smith was able to design everything. It made Ryan's life that much easier. And to me, that I think if you're stealing some of those elements, it's going to make Tua's life that much easier.
Yeah, even going back to his time at Alabama, Tua is not the kind of guy Tua's not the kind of guy that is elevating an offense by himself. And,
No.
hold on. Hold those fingers there, everybody in the chat right now. He's not the kind of guy that's going to, the chips are stacked against you. He's going to throw for 370 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's not his game.
Marino. That's it.
He needs that run game. And he's not alone in that. He's not unique in that. That's not his style. That's, I think, the norm for quarterbacks in the NFL. I think that hiring McDaniel is maybe the best possible move, best possible first step that Miami could have done to solve their run game issues. They're bottom tier running the football last season. We saw a little bit of signs of life out of Duke Johnson over the last 5 games, but overall, they just didn't have a run game to fall back on. And so the onus did fall on Tua. That 7-game win streak kind of masked a lot of their offensive issues throughout the season. But I think that with a stronger run game, or at least a competent run game, we're going to see an even more efficient Tua. And like I said, this is just the first step. There's still a lot of work to be done as far as personnel and roster decisions. There's a lot of money to be spent. There are a lot of draft picks to come into fruition. Like they need to add an influx of talent on that side of the ball, but they have the kind of mind now at the helm who's going to extract the most out of it no matter who they get.
Marcel Louis-Jacques joining us here. He joins us twice a week for the Edge Energy Drink, Miami Dolphins Insiders Report. And don't forget, the link is below if you want to order Edge Energy Drink to your home. Delicious, smooth, and zero aftertaste. Zero. Nothing, not a nay. It's amazing. So check it out. Only place you can get it online. So check out the link below. You can also go to myedgedrink.com. All right, so Marcel, what are you hearing on the offensive side, whether it's the offensive line coach? And you talked a little bit about Wes Welker. What are you hearing? Is he going to call plays also, or is he going to have somebody under him call plays and he'll help design everything throughout the week so he can kind of then run the show overall as a head coach? What are you hearing in those areas? Because as you know, we're kind of keen on trying to find out if they're actually going to have a good O-line coach.
Yeah, it's still, we're very early in the process. Obviously, the hire just made official yesterday. It is still unclear whether or not he's going to be the play caller. I don't believe the expectation is for him to call plays. I think that it's something that we talked about delegation a lot. I think it's something that he will delegate ultimately, but I would fully expect him to be a part of the play design and play calling process. I know that Dolphins fans might have a little bit of PTSD talking about collaborative play calling after, the struggles of figuring out who it was last season. But it's something that he was doing with Shanahan, and it's something that does work. It just maybe doesn't work when there's 6 people on the line, but it is a process that does ultimately work when you run it correctly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the plan there. As far as the defensive side of the staff or defensive side of the ball, that staff is, I think everybody's under consideration. I think Josh Boyer should be under consideration, deservedly so. Those two need to meet and kind of figure out, where their goals align, where their philosophies align. But I do think we need to keep an eye on two assistants now, and that's Gerald Alexander and Charles Burks, the defensive backs coach and the cornerbacks coach, respectively. I think those two are rising stars in the NFL right now. I think it would be kind of a shame to let them walk, without offering them retention. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Flores ends up getting the New Orleans Saints job, as we're hearing. I think he's out on the Houston job.
Really?
If he does end up getting the New Orleans Saints job,
why would you believe that? When all 32 owners are together, they're protecting even a scum like Snyder. That
look, man, I saw Eric Reed get a job. I saw Eric Reed get a job with an open collusion suit against the NFL a couple seasons ago.
That's a PR move.
I don't know. So is hiring Lovie Smith, with all due respect to Lovie Smith. But either way, yeah. I don't want to rule. I'm just saying I don't want to rule anything. I don't want to rule anything out. I'm just saying if he does, in a world that he does get the Saints job, I wouldn't be surprised if he made calls to Alexander and Burks, both of whom publicly defended and had Flores' back after he filed his lawsuit last week. But I think again, we're early in the process. We're going to get his introductory press conference this week. He's going to get his first taste of the media. I'm sure it's an opportunity for him to meet a lot of whatever players are still in town. I can't imagine who wants to leave Miami during the offseason, and then meet some of his potential coworkers if depending on who he does retain. But
by the way, Marcel, Mom's Cooking will bring you anywhere. If it's North Dakota, your ass will travel to North Dakota just to have Mom's Cooking for a couple of days. You'll leave right away and come back to South Florida. But Mom's Cooking, I can see the fellas leaving for Mom's Cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, I'm going back to California next week for 7 days, but I'm coming back, of course. But no, the one thing I do want to just kind of throw out there, as far as McDaniel's willingness to keep guys and retain staff that he's going to inherit. He was part of a staff in not only Washington, but also Atlanta, where, from my understanding, the head coach didn't make any sort of effort to keep them there. Dan Quinn didn't make any sort of effort to keep McDaniel on staff when Kyle Shanahan left for San Francisco. I think that it might be, and then look how it worked out. So I think it maybe is a mistake that he doesn't want to make. I think it's something that he will take seriously, the staff that he inherits. I don't think that he's just going to come Bogart his way through and Bogart his guys through. So either way, it's something to, we're done with the coaching search, and now it's, coach retention watch. Now we're evolving things that we're keeping an eye on. Now we're moving on.
Marcel, you said you expect a press conference sometime this week. And to me, I was thinking that it would be done today just so they can get out of the way of the Super Bowl. But if they wait, another day or two, you're kind of in the middle of the Super Bowl week. I thought maybe they would then maybe wait till next week to get out of the Super Bowl and leave them have, the headlines. What are you hearing? Why are they moving forward possibly with a press conference throughout the week when I'm sure the NFL doesn't want people stepping on that headline?
Probably not, but I think it's more about the city and the city of Miami and the Miami Dolphins fans. And let's face it, man, the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles right now, and the Dolphins are not involved. So if the Dolphins throw a press conference here, their target audience is going to pay attention no matter what day of the week it is, unless, of course, it was Super Bowl Sunday, which they would never do. But if you wait too long, then people start to ask questions like, why are you waiting too long? What are you hiding? What's gone wrong? Is there a hang up in the process? Did he change his mind? More and more rumors will start to bubble and swirl. I think they're saying, all right, Tuesday might be a little quick to have it done. Not sure if he needs a day to, he was just here on Friday. Maybe he needs a day to, personally say goodbye to the guys in San Francisco, get his affairs in order up in the Bay Area, kind of figure out some logistics when he comes down here. Or maybe he wants to be down here on Tuesday. Maybe he gets here Tuesday and wants to just breathe, for a day. Breathe. Come here on Monday and breathe for a couple days before jumping right into the press conference. So it's going to be at some point this week is what I'm told. I don't think that fans will have to wait too long. And I know from the media standpoint, kind of excited to see what kind of presence he brings to his first press conference after seeing how spectacular he can be with the media in San Francisco, with all those videos that have gone viral on social media lately.
Follow him on Twitter at Marcel_LJ and catch him twice a week here with the Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins Insider Report. Marcel, thank you, my man. I appreciate you immensely.
Of course. Thanks for having me, man. Looking forward to Thursday.
You got it, baby. Be good. There you go. Marcel Louis-Jacques and our Miami Dolphins Edge Energy Drink Insider Report.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.